I'm back. It's been a while. Been out with a bit of COVID. Definitely didn't get it from the Ed Shikari concert I went to. Definitely wasn't somewhat worth it because it was an Ed Shikari concert. Hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. We had a nice lockdown Christmas. And we're back on the mend. We're back into freedom. And we are back to unknown to world known. We're back with Marseille. Let's get into it. Since you were last with us, I believe the last game we played was the opening game of the season. So since then, we've been on a great run of form. We beat Lorient 1-0 thanks to Real. We absolutely thrashed Metz 4-1. Real with a hat-trick. We did pick up a draw against Lens, which was a little bit disappointing. But we bounced back. 2-1 win against Nice. Our Europa League group was somewhat kind. We started off the group with a draw against Villarreal away from home. I was pretty happy with that result. We then went to Montpellier, beat them 3-0, before we did lose to Lyon 2-0, which was unfortunate, but first loss of the season. It's against one of the teams that finished above us last year. We bounced straight back, 4-1 win against Saint Etienne, 5-0 win against AEK Larnacus, and most recently a 1-0 win against Strasbourg. What that means for the league is we are sat in third place. We've only lost the one game, drawn one. We're playing Rons today, who are on the same record as us. We've just got a slightly different goal difference. Real has started fantastically. He's third top goal scorer in the league, second best average rating, and the most man of the matches. He's been phenomenal so far. Hopefully, that can continue. Europa League wise, we're top of the group. 4 points from our 2 games so far. Larnacas are in second with their 3 points. Villarreal actually ended up drawing with Ghent as well, which means we've got a chance today to potentially pull ourselves away from the group a little bit. If Villarreal pick up a third draw, we could potentially get ourselves to 7 points. I think we've got enough about us to beat Ghent today. Hopefully that will be the case. So what we'll do is we'll just head straight into the game against Rons. If you are enjoying the content, and if you've missed me, please do leave a like down below. Comment if you have a nice Christmas. Let me know what your favourite gift was. You know, did you get to spend time with your family? Hopefully you all did. We unfortunately did not. We did a couple of video calls, but we've been back out into the wilderness today. And yesterday, to be fair, we managed to get the 2 negative tests, so off back into the wilderness we went. Let's go and see if we can return with a win. Our lineup for today's game, we've got Blasquez in goal, Lirola, Aurore, Belurdi and Cornet as the back 4. Wendell, Rongier and Gerson in midfield, then Lacava on the right, Under on the left, and Real as the striker. I've also realised the irony of me saying, like, I'm back and things like that. As far as you're concerned, I was back yesterday. I finally managed to actually sit down and edit that video, because I recorded it, and on the night had a migraine, which was the beginning of the COVID. And then once I then recovered from COVID, although I still technically had it and was in lockdown, there was just so much going on because, I recovered Christmas Eve. We had a Discord night with some friends. Then we had Christmas, Boxing Day, and we've been busy. But back to daily schedules now. Let's get into it. Early on, we've got Vendel declining a counter-attack. Gerson receives the ball from Lacava, breaks into space, gets a shot off, but it's easy for the keeper to save. And apparently my commentary's gone a little bit over the last week or so. Pavon with a corner here to the near post, and Toussaint has put Rons 1-0 up. I don't know if that's pronounced correctly. Some of the French teams have some weird names. You've got Nantes for one. That's just a weird name. It is itself. And Vendel beaten at the near post there. Very unfortunate. And at half-time, we're 1-0 down, unfortunately. It's not been a great first half. We're going to tell them we want to see a lot more from them. And it looks like our midfield are, really not with it so far. So hopefully they can sort themselves out. Cornet with a long throw. It's a poor attempt, but Real comes and collects it anyway. Back to Cornet. Can he get the ball? Oh, he's gone all the way back to Belurdi. Then switches it over to Lirola. We're able to... I've got a weird match rating appearing here. Under... on the left, trying to find space. He gets space, gets it inside to Cornet, back to Under, cuts back on his man again. Gerson, Cornet, back to Gerson on the edge to Vendel. Rongier out to Lirola. Can he get back across the box? He can to Cornet, who puts it into what was a near empty net at the far post. We're back on level terms, and hopefully now we can go on, get a second, win this game, keep our good form going. I mean, even if we draw, it's still pretty good form, but we'd like to, keep the wins coming. Pavon with a free kick, plays it short to Doku. He's not able to get a shot away, and we've got a nice bit of pressing there, forces him back to Blanco, and then Zagadou, but now they're able to bring it forward again, mailing across to Pavon, inside to Doku, who's beaten the keeper, and that looked like some very poor goalkeeping from Blazquez there. I will say it was, probably shouldn't have been able to get through to Doku to begin with, especially when we force them all the way back to Zagadou, and then Cornet's just caught out there, forces Balerdi to come wide, which then leaves Ayore a bit isolated. Subsides, we're going to bring Jorge on for under, and then Lacapa out onto the left-hand side. And also Comar's going to come on for Ayore. Cornet has cleared the ball forward towards Real, but it's intercepted. Toussaint back to Namath. And then Zagadou. Ron's easily able to control this game at the moment. I, for some reason, thought we were playing Lille. I think it was just the red kit had me tricked. Toussaint plays a long ball back to the goalkeeper. And then he plays it out to Pavon. I believe in the summer I actually went after their goalkeeper, but they wanted like 40 million for him, which I couldn't justify. Doku on the ball here, chance to get the cross in, plays it short to Mailing, who shoots, and it goes over the bar, and we have a goal kick. Later on, we're going to bring Marikal on for Gerson, who's not really got going today at all. Unfortunately, we return with a loss to runs. Far from ideal. We're going to tell them we're very disappointed. And we need to bounce back now. Hopefully we can do so in the Europa League, get straight back into it, and then we can pick up some form in the league once again. I don't think a loss to one of the teams that's got the same record as you, it's not panic stations by any means. It's just not what we would have liked. However, I've just spotted that we're in 5th on 22 points. 6th place Nice are on 13 points. Yes, they've got a game in hand, but even if they win that, we're still 6 points ahead, which is ridiculous at this stage. We are rotating for the game against Ghent, with Jakobek coming in goal, Aurea, Komar, Winfer and Cornet as a back four, Petit, Siftunas, Gerson as the midfield. Then we have Lacava on the right, Traore on the left and Jorge up front. As you can see here, Petit has come in. He was in our most recent youth intake, and we've brought him straight into the first team because he just looks ready for it, and so far in the league he's been ready for it. If we have a quick look at his stats, 6.87 average rating, he has been very solid. Early on we've got a throw in for Ghent at the back of their box. Schular has found a way through after a long ball though, goes for the lob on Jakobek, and Ghent Ghent lead after under 4 minutes. That is absolutely horrendous start for us. After, we've trusted a team, we've rotated, and one ball in behind. Not being funny, where is Komar in all this? What was he doing all the way up there? I have real questions about where Komar was. Straight from kickoff, we are into another highlight as Komar plays it back to Winfer, Gerson, back to Siftunas, out to Lacava, who switches to play, trying to find Traore, doesn't quite manage to do so. Ball back over the top to Schurer again, is in behind, one-on-one with Jakobek, and this time his shot goes just wide. But again, Komar really reacting slow to that. Again, before we can take a break, Aurea with a long throw, headers away, Gerson back to Aurea, inside to Jorge. It was a great chance, but Gomez makes a save as it was straight at him. Eventually he goes long. Komar heads down to Sifuentes, and then back to Komar. Petit back to Winfer, and then Cornet finds his ball forward to Traore. Gerson's attempt is blocked, but we're back on the ball. Traore through to Siftunas. Can he make it 1-1? He can. A brilliant goal there we equalise, and early on, it's absolute madness because they potentially could have gone 2-0 up, and now less than 7 minutes in, it's 1-1, and both defences have been absolutely torn apart once. Free kick has been headed away by Bar. It's going to be collected by Serge Aurier at the back, and now we're able to bring it forward again. Komar instead goes all the way back to Jakubek. That's what you want to see from your centre-backs. Play it all the way back to the goalkeeper from basically in their third. Komar on the ball again now, though. Cifuentes to Lacava. Jorge receives it, and it's worked back to Petit. Jorge over the top. Finds Traore in space on the left. Can he get it crossing? Plays it off to Cornet. Back to Traore. Cornet again. Back to Traore. Lovely 1-2s going on here. Petit on the edge. Sends it over the bar. But good effort there. Throw in for Ghent here. It's played inside. Ajeti. Back to Shaurier. And then back to Bar. And falls back to Nade. But of course we know what happened against Rennes. And it's happened against Chouard. And it's a good save from Jakubek before Aurier clears it away. At half-time, it's 1-1. It's not been a great first half, if we're being honest. We would like to see a bit more controlled. Yeah, it's been a very even first half, which is the big problem. We're going to bring Under on for Lacava, who's picked up a bit of a knock and a yellow card. Throw in deep inside the Ghent half. This is how their first goal arrived, of course. Ajeti back to Bar, and then back to Nade. Forward to Portanova. Back to Bar. And inside to Ajeti. Good pressing there from Petit, not allowing him to turn. Portanova out to Bulteel. Back to Bar. And again, Bulteel on the ball. Sarabia to Ajeti to Shaurier. Across the pitch. Oh, it's gone through to Ajeti, and Jakubek has made a fantastic save. But Ghent are looking like the team in control at the moment. Corner kick from Sarabia comes in. Under heads it away. But it's collected by Sarabia again. And plays it back to Bar. Sarabia, Under's done really well to get a tackle in there, though. Aurier's coming off for Larola. Aurier just hasn't really got going in this game. And we'll also bring Real on for Jorge up front. Cornet with a throw-in. He plunges it back to Winfer. And then Cornet forward to Real on the left. Inside to Traore. Back to Petit. Ball over the top, tries to find Under. I've just spotted something is going on with my camera here. I think it might be slightly unplugged. Bar back to Nade. Do apologise if there's a bit of a cut there. Something weird was going on my camera. Do apologise if you've seen that as well. Seems to be fixed. I think it's slightly unplugged. Gerson tries to find a ball forward. Sarabia intercepts it, however. And now Cassius on the right-hand side. I think what this game has taught me, for the second game against Ghent, which is going to be off camera, we cannot rotate anywhere near as much as we have for this one. Ball goes back to Gomez. Is that Baffatini? Oh my god. That would have been the most ridiculous way for us to win that game. To win that game? Apparently, in my time off, my English has gone all over the place. Under is on the ball. Back to Larola. Cross goes in. Headed away. But Cornet collects it. Gerson on the ball now. Back to Cornet. Back to Petit. Ball over the top to Under. Inside to Cifuentes. And a good block for Under to get a shot away. But easy save for the keeper. He eventually does go long. Winfer collects it quite easily though. And that is going to be full time. So it's a 1-1 draw with Ghent. It's not a great result, I'll be honest. The other game, Villarreal picked up a dominant 5-1 win. So, I think we probably rotated a bit too much for this game. I thought we'd get away with it. It wasn't the case. So, in the next game, we're going to have to put out a stronger team, pick up a win. And if us and Villarreal win in the reverse fixtures of the games we've played now, it would be borderline sending us through. I think we'll be absolutely fine if that is the case. I think what we'll aim to come back for is AEK Larnacas in the final group stage game and the game against PSG in Ligue 1, where hopefully we will find ourselves back in that top four like we were at the start of the episode. I would think we can do that. We've got Lille coming up next off camera. That's a team we have beaten previously. If we can beat them again, we're straight back into the top four. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment as I say, your prediction for the game against PSG. Are we going to qualify from the Europa League group top, second, or are we going to go out? And also, as I say, let me know how your Christmas was. I hope it was fantastic for all of you. Subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Thank you very much for watching.